Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Dragon Age Origins. Yeah. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go and seduce Morrigan.
For 40 minutes.
Not for 40 minutes. Drew my sword though, instead of pressing the right fucking button. That is not gonna help. So, one of the things we did was, because I have the DLC for the festive pack, is we're gonna give this to Morrigan. Look, that just jumped her up there.
You have my thanks.
Really far. But we're still going to have to talk to her a little bit and seduce her a little bit. It gave her plus 50 approval, but we still have to have some conversations with her. Until she'll allow us to
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you? I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend. Oh, I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are filthy, smelly things full of tears and snot and trouble. That said, I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy time in the wilds and done many things I know nothing of. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one. I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear.
He's cheating, guys.
I am cheating,
something this entire time. He still fucked it up. He still fucked it up. What are you doing?
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
It doesn't sound like you're really gaining her favor.
Oh! You're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you? But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
I don't think that went very well.
Gave us plus 7.
That didn't go very well at all.
I'm trying to find something that would give us, here's some plus 9s. Okay. Let's do a plus 9.
I await your command.
Damn right you do. Hey, cat, get off the computer. Thank you. I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Yes. This isn't here. Guide is not as useful as I would like it to be.
No. No, it's not. This is ridiculous.
I think this?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
I don't see this one, so we're gonna just fuck it. We're gonna.
Yeah. Yep. You're fucked. Minus 20.
You mean,
approval.
is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire. As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful. A fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her. many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the Dreadlord Conobar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conobar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conobar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power
sit here and talk
in
to their
exchange for his
companions a
lovely
lot,
wife.
and like they
And
wrote
Osen
so much
agreed.
deep dialogue for all these characters. I missed something.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All
What, so talking
lies.
all our party members or what?
No, just Morgan's the only one I'm worried about.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began. I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Ah, then you have my sympathies for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
+5. Jesus
All that for
Christ.
+5. That's a waste.
I await your command.
Wait a minute here. Let's just do one that I know.
So, full of questions, are you?
There's the really are you Flemeth's daughter thing that I was looking for earlier. Should give us +9.
I assume you were actually asking whether Flemeth herself gave birth to me. Truly, I do not know. I once asked Flemeth that very question, and she merely laughed at me. It is not inconceivable that she could capture a chastened man, or perhaps change to a more attractive form to attract him willingly. I find it more difficult to imagine her with child. As a matter of fact, I remember her being younger once. She had black hair, much like my own, long and lustrous. But how could that be if she is centuries old? Has she become wizened only recently? Or are the tales of her legend only that, and nothing more? I do know the tales of Flemeth having many daughters, even though I have never met another. And Flemeth has always treated me as her blood. What an odd thing to say. Why must love enter into the equation? Flemeth taught me everything I needed to learn. How to survive, the meaning of power, the truth of men. If other mothers do not teach these things, then I believe them the lesser. I shall take this as a compliment. Was it meant as such? Oh? How interesting. You agree that love is a weakness, then? To indulge in love is to indulge in delusion. Surely a Grey Warden such as yourself does not believe otherwise. And I am glad to hear it.
Alright, we don't have any more time for seducing right now.
I feel
We
like
should
next.
be really close.
That's good. We could always spend more time another time. Let's do something else.
You don't want to talk to her anymore?
Nobody wants to watch us talk to her for 30 minutes, man. One episode now and again talking to her.
Look how close we are.
Next time on Ceiling Fan the Game,
Oh, I forgot to turn the ceiling fan
we're gonna actually do something exciting.
on. Maybe.
Move on.
We'll see.
This story. I'm telling you, man, no one's gonna want to watch 2 episodes of dialogue with this bitch.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time.